Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is Naveen, and today we'll be looking at 500 most expected questions of DILR. This is part 17 of the series. So we have covered at least 30-35 sets of DILR so far. Okay. So today we'll be looking at questions based on Venn diagrams, that is set theory, and questions related to table. Okay. Before we begin, there is a chat, there is a pinned comment in the chat, which is about CAT counseling form. So if you guys are looking forward to prepare for CAT 2024, you can fill up that form and we'll get in touch with you regarding the different products, mocks, how to complete the syllabus, what should be your target, which all topics are necessary. Whatever queries you have, you can, get in touch with us regarding that. For that, please make sure that you put in your contact number and email address correctly. Okay. So without any delay, let's begin. So first set of the day. So I'll have to hide myself because we have got a lot of information here. Okay. So participants for the National Karate Championship and Commonwealth Karate Championship have to appear for Common Ability Test, CAT. The test evaluates a participant on 3 parameters: strength S, flexibility F, and agility A. Amongst the participants who appeared for CAT, those with at least 90% points in at least 2 parameters and at least 95% points overall are selected for the qualifying ability test, which is QAT, which is conducted by the National Karate Federation. QAT is used by NKF for final selection for participation in NKC. So there is a lot of useless information given, as in we do not care who is going to conduct it, we do not care what is the name of the exam. The important part over here is the parameters are strength, flexibility and agility. Okay, so this is what our concern is. वो क्या चैंपियनशिप है, वो क्या चैंपियनशिप है, वो कौन कराता है, क्या नाम है एग्जाम का, कोई लेना देना नहीं है. ये सब पढ़ के दिमाग नहीं खराब करना. ठीक है. Now, amongst the participants who appeared for CAT, those with at least 90% points in at least 2 parameters and at least 95% points overall. So there are 2 conditions that if we have the 2 parameters SFA, इनमें से 2 में 90% आना चाहिए और एक में कुछ भी आ जाए चलेगा, and overall it should be 95%. So 90-90 and the third one can be anything. So 90 means not necessarily 90, it can be more than 90. और एक में कुछ भी चलेगा, 0 भी चलेगा, but overall should be 95. Now how to calculate overall, that is not mentioned. Is it the average? Is it the sum? Right? कुछ ऐसा नहीं given है. They may have different weights. So we can't say that we can take the simple average and that's the overall unless and until they mention it. Next, it says for the 1200 participants who scored at least 95% overall. So there are 1200 students who scored this. The following facts are known about their performances. No one scored below 90% points in all the 3 sections. 840 scored at least 90% points in exactly 2 sections. Ratio of the number of participants who scored at least 90% only in S to the number of participants who scored at least 90% points in only in F to this. फलाना ढिमकाना कुछ given. So we only have to read carefully and understand that how are we going to denote this, how are we going to signify. ठीक है, कैसे इसको denote करना? Should we draw a table? Should we write down randomly? Should we draw some other figures so that we are able to relate all of this? So अगर आप देखोगे ना, तो there are 3 parameters and the parameter is that either the person will score at least 90% points or will score below 90% points, right? तो 2 cases हैं, या तो उससे ज्यादा होगा या उससे कम होगा. And a person may score at least 90% points in 2 of the 3 sections or 3 parameters, maybe one of the 3 parameters. So we have got a combination of the parameters along with more than 99, at least 95 or less than 95. Sorry, not 95, 90% in section wise. So if you want to denote it, the best way to denote this is using Venn diagram. Ki the first parameter is S, the another is F, the third one is A. ये वो वाले लोग हैं जिन्होंने एटलीस्ट 90% पॉइंट स्कोर करा है, राइट? सो the number of participants who scored at least 90% only in S is 5x or 5a, only in F is 4a, only in A is 3a. 840 score at least 90% in exactly 2 sections, so exactly 2 इन तीनों का sum 840 है. Number of participants who scored below 90% in S, below 90% in S would become, if I'm saying this is a case जहां पे 90% या ज्यादा है, तो below 90% will be outside it. Same is outside, same is outside, right? So if we use these 3 bullet points, we can complete a Venn diagram. ठीक है, 3 set Venn diagram होगा. So suppose this is the 3 set Venn diagram, and we have to be very careful. It was given that there are total 1200 students. ये denote करेगा parameter S, ये parameter F, ये parameter A, right? Each circle represents those students who have scored more than 90, at least 90% points in that particular section or in that particular parameter. तो यहां पर कौन है? यहां पर वो स्टूडेंट्स है जिनको कम से कम 90% आया है S में. Okay. Similarly F, similarly A. So let's look at second point. Ratio of the number of participants who scored at least 90% only in S is 5A. Only in F is 4A. And only in A is 3A. Okay. There is nobody who scored below 90% in all the 3 sections, right? Then 840 scored at least 90% points in exactly 2 sections. So exactly 2 means these 3. So let's call this as P, Q and R. P, Q, R में थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा बाद में, handwriting थोड़ी गड़बड़ है. So if I say this is B, C, D, so we know that B plus C plus D is 840. Okay. Ratio of the number of participants who scored below 90% in S. So if these are the students who scored at least 90% in S, so 90% से कम वाले लोग इधर बाहर हैं. So that would mean that 7A plus D is equal to 3X, right? Then we have F ka. So we will have 8A plus C, this is going to be 6X. And similarly in A के हिसाब से, it is going to be 5A plus 4A, that is 9A plus B, this is given as 4X. As in if we add all of this, we will have 24A plus B plus C plus D, and this is going to be 13X. 13 के टेबल का नंबर है हमारे पास. Okay, if we call this as an E, E is that particular person who scored 90% in all the 3, at least 90% in all the 3 sections, right? Okay, we are also given that sum of all of this, which is 5A plus 4A plus 3A, which is going to be 12A, plus B plus C plus D plus E, this is 1200. So B plus C plus D हटा देंगे तो ये 840 है. This is also 840. So the first equation is going to give us 24A plus 840 is going to be in the table of 13. और अगर क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो भी रिलेशन आएगा. Okay, next one is going to be 12A plus E is equal to 1200 minus 840, which is 360. Okay. We have got A, X and E, three variables, and we have got only one equation. So that would mean less than 90% in S. ठीक है. So we'll have cases now. Right? Because we can't get a single answer. तो हमारे पास cases बनेंगे. Okay, if you look at this, see, A cannot be 31, let's say. If A is going to be 31, 12 into 30 is 360. So 12 into 31 will be 390. So E will be negative. We can't have negative values anywhere. That's the unsaid rule about regions of Venn diagram. So A की जो maximum value है वो 30 हो सकती है. Right? And accordingly, E is going to be greater than equal to 0 and at most 360. Right? Okay. If we are going to take that, what is the maximum value? We can write this as 12a plus 420 is equal to 13x by 2, right? Dividing entire thing by 2. So a is going to be less than equal to 30. So this is going to be 360 plus 420, which is going to be 780. 780 का double is 1560. 1560 divided by 13. 1560 divided by 13 is going to be 120. So x की वैल्यू जो है हमारे पास 120 हो सकती है. ठीक है, तो मैं ना इसको ऐसे सॉल्व करता हूँ. We'll have the cases. We have got two relations. The first one is that a is going to be less than equal to 30. And the second one is 12a plus 420 is equal to 13x upon 2. अब यहाँ पर if I take a is equal to 30, if I put it over here, this will result in x is equal to 120. Next value of a that I can take after 30 is going to change by 13, है ना? A 13 से change होगा. So the next value is going to be when a is going to be 17. So this becomes 12 into 17 plus 420 is equal to 13x by 2. So x की value automatically, this is going to change by 24. So this is 24 से कम हो जाएगा. So this is going to be 96. Next, a will change by 13. So a will be 4. So we will have 12 into 4 plus 420 is equal to 13x by 2. X will change by 24 again. So this is going to give us 72. अगली बार a की वैल्यू नेगेटिव हो जाएगी. So we have a total of 3 possibilities depending upon the values of a and x. Now what was x? So I'll write down the x. x यहाँ से आया था. So number of participants who scored below 90% in S was 7a plus d. This is 3x. Scored below 90% in F. which is 5c plus 3a, 5a plus c plus 3a, which is 8a plus c. This is 6x. And below 90% in A, that is sum of 5a, b and 4a, which is 9a plus b, and this is going to be 4x. So this is what x is. Okay. So different values of x will result in different values of a, and accordingly we are going to get the values of individual b, c and d. तो 3 cases बनाने पड़ेंगे. So shall we make 3 cases? Looks like yes, we will have to make 3 cases. Yes, market revision. Series already start है. Different series start है. सब में कुछ में LRDI है, कुछ में कुछ है. Okay. Series start हो चुकी है. चलो, so let's make the 3 cases. थोड़ा टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है, so थोड़ा be patient. Okay. First case is when A is 30, X is 120. So A is 30, X is 120. Next is A is 17, X is 96. And the third is when A is 4, X is 24 come or 72. Now, we have got SFA. SFA बाहर 0 है. This is SFA बाहर 0 है. This is SFA और बाहर ये 0 है. Now, since A is 30, we're talking about 5A, 4A and 3A, right? So 5A will make this as 150, 4A will make this as 120, and 3A will make this as 90. 5 into 17 will be 85. 4 into 17 is going to be 68. 3 into 17 is going to be 51. 5 into 4 will be 20. 4 into 4 will be 16. 3 into 4 will be 12. Okay. The next is 7a plus d is equal to 3x. So 7 into a plus d is equal to 3x, right? So d is this. So यहाँ से अगर solve करेंगे तो हमें d की value आ जाएगी. This is going to give us 360 minus 210. So d will be 150. Similarly, we have 8 into 30 plus c is equal to 6 into 120. This is C, right? So this is going to be 720 minus 240. This is going to be 480. और हमें पता है कि तीनों का सम जो है वो हमारे पास 840 था, है ना? 840 था इन तीनों का सम, B plus C plus D. तो वहां से भी सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. Or we can use 9a plus b is equal to 4x. So 9a plus b is equal to 4x. इधर से भी 480 minus 270. This will result in 210. Now total value 1200 है. तो उधर से if we subtract, we will get the value here. So this is 840 plus 270, 90, 360. So बीच में 0 रह जाएगा. Similarly, for the second one, 7 into 17 plus d is going to give us 3 into 96. If we solve this, the value of d is going to be 169. Next is 8 into 17 plus c is equal to 6 into 96. ठीक है, किल values change कर रहे हैं a और x की in the equations. So 96 into 6. 576 minus 8 into 17, this is going to give us 440. काफी बड़ी वैल्यू है. And then we will have 9 into 17 plus b is equal to 4 into 96. So this is going to give us 384 minus 153, which is 231. Now, if we add all the values and the overall is 1200, and if we subtract, this is going to give us 156. 156. Next one, third scenario, overall it is 1200. So we will have 7 into 4 plus d is equal to 3 into 72. So this will result in d is equal to 188. 8 into 4 plus c is equal to 6 into 72. So this is going to result in 400. And third is 9 into 4 plus b is equal to 4 into 72. So 288 minus 119. This is 169. So ये 0 से 156 हो गया, ये 156 का फिर 156 और हो जाएगा, ये 312 हो जाएगा. So these are the three cases we are going to have for this. ठीक है? चलो. Let's look at the first question now. If there is no participant who scored more than 95% overall and 90% or more points for all the three parameters in CAT, then how many students were shortlisted for CAT by NKC? So the condition जो था CAT का उसके according कि if there is no participant who scored more than 95% overall, ठीक है, and 90% or more points for all the three parameters. So we are saying कि ये 0 allowed नहीं है, 156 और 312 allowed नहीं है, right? And बाकी सब allowed है. And if you remember that ये जो condition है, it is only for we need at least 90% points in S in CAT. At least 90% points in S in CAT मतलब ये वाला region. And then it says there is nobody who scored scored 90% or more points for all the three parameters. So we are looking at case 1 क्योंकि यहाँ 0 है. Case 2 is a scenario जहाँ पे 156 students got 90% or more points in all the three parameters. तो हमें तो 0 चाहिए. So we are looking at case 1. Case 1 में these are the three groups 150, 210 and 480 who have scored at least 90% in S, as the condition says, at least 90% in S. ठीक है? तो ये हमारे पास हो जाएंगे 150 plus 210 which is 360. 360 plus 480 is going to be 840. So 840 हो जाएंगे. 150, 210, 150, 210 and 480, 840. Okay. Next, if the number of participants who scored more than 95% overall and 90% or more points for all the three parameters in CAT is a multiple of 17, then which is the number of participants who scored 95% or more points overall and 90% or more points in both F and A in CAT? Right. So more than 95% overall or 90% or more points for all the three, इस पे ध्यान दो. 90% or more points for all the three parameters in CAT is a multiple of 17. So multiples of 17 ये है second case. This is the only place we have got multiples of 17. ठीक है. Then the number of participants who scored 95% or more points overall and 90% or more points in both F and A in CAT. Both F and A in CAT is going to be this region, right? So 156 plus 169, 156 plus 169, which is going to be 16 plus 1925, so 325. 325 means this particular region. So the first condition of the question tells us कि second case देखो और उसमें से we need to find out F and A. So F and A is this common region. Okay. Next is, which of the following cannot be the number of participants who appeared for the subsequent test for CKC and scored 95% or more overall in CAT? 85, 20, 150, none of the above. ये सारे हो सकते हैं. All the three are possible who appeared for the exam, right? They scored 95% or more points overall and who appeared for CKC. CKC मतलब last final selection. तो ये तीनों हो सकते हैं. So answer हो जाएगा none of the above. Okay, next. What could be the maximum possible number of participants? Could है and maximum है. ठीक है. Scored more than 95% overall and 90% or more points for all the three parameters in CAT. 90% or more. ये तो डायरेक्ट हो गया. The maximum number is here, right? 312 is the maximum number of students who can score at least 90% in all the three sections or in all the three parameters. 312 is the highest. Okay, set 2 now. Set 2. It's a table-based set. Of course, it's a little lengthy. Given below is the data about the number of subscriptions across 4 different OTT platforms, Netflix, Prime, Hotstar, and Sony Live, at the start of the year 2020 and 2021. So we have 2 years under each of the OTT platforms. All these platforms have monthly, quarterly, and yearly subscriptions plans only. The data about which have been shown in the table. So if you look at Netflix, monthly 2021 में 508 subscriptions थे, Prime का कुछ नहीं पता, Hotstar के 100 थे in 2021, Sony Live के 70 थे, and similarly quarterly, then you got yearly. These are some additional facts that can help us get a better picture about the missing data in the table above. The yearly subscription of each of Hotstar in 2020 and Sony Live and so on and so forth. So there are 7 points. So we need to fill this particular table, right? चलो fill करते हैं. The yearly subscription of each of Hotstar and Sony Live. Hotstar in 2020 and Sony Live in 2021 is same as that of the monthly subscription of Netflix in 2020. And this is 25% more than the yearly subscription of Prime in 2020. So ये तीनों same होंगे, and if these three are going to be same, that would mean this is going to be 400. This is also going to be 400. And it says that this 400 is 25% more than this particular value, which is going to be 320. ठीक है, first bullet point done. Next bullet point. The total subscription of each of the platforms is the same in 2020, which is 2/3 of the total subscription of Prime in 2021. So 2021 में अगर total 3T है तो 2/3 of that is going to be 2T in 2020 for each. ठीक है? Okay, done with second bullet point. Third, in 2021, total subscription of Netflix and Sony Live taken together equals the total subscription of the other three platforms. Sorry, total subscription of the other two platforms. So 3T plus 800 है तो ये हमारा 3T plus 100 हो जाएगा. So that it adds up to give us the same 3T plus 100. Okay, done with third bullet point. Fourth, the monthly, quarterly and yearly subscription of Prime in 2021 is in the ratio 2:1:2. So 5x is equal to 3T. So 3T जो है वो 5 के मल्टीपल में होना चाहिए. ठीक है, we will get to know about that later on. The monthly subscription of Hotstar, so we are talking about this place, in 2020 is same as the yearly subscription of Netflix in 2020. So ये दोनों same है, so this is going to be 80, right? And this 80 is 25% more than the monthly subscription of Sony Live in 2020. So 80 is 25% more. 25% अगर more है तो वो कितना होना चाहिए? 64. 64 का 25% more is 80. So this should be 64. 64 plus उसका 25%, 1416, 64 plus 16 is 80. Okay, so we are done with the fifth bullet point. Sixth now, the monthly subscription of Prime in 2020 is 1/3 of the monthly subscription of Prime in 2021. So 2x है तो इसका 1/3 है. So this is going to be 2x by 3. So done with this point as well. Next, the quarterly subscription of Netflix grew by 70% from 2020 to 2021. Grew by 70%. So I am saying if this was 10y, तो ये हमारा 17y हो जाएगा. ठीक है. So we are done with seventh bullet point. अब चलो fill करते हैं. Sony Live का 70 plus 400 is 470. So we are supposed to have 230 here. Next is Hotstar का 2021 we can add 500 plus 100 600. 600 plus 200 is 800. Okay. Next that we can add up is Hotstar का 2020 which is 120 plus 80 200. 200 plus 400 600. 600 is 2T. That means T is 300. So this is 900. This is 2T है ना, so ये 600 होगा, ये 600 होगा, ये 600 होगा, ये 900 plus 100, this is going to be 1000. Now 480 plus 10y 600 for Netflix 2020. So 120 is 10y. So y is going to be 12. So this is 12. This is 17 into 12. So this is going to be 170 plus 34. So this is going to be 204. So total हो गया 712,000 चाहिए. So this is going to be 288. Now 5x is 900. That means x is 180. So this is going to be 360. This one is going to be 180. This one is going to be 360. So is that overall 789, 900 ho gaya. Now this is 2x by 3. So this is 240 or 1/3 of 360. 2/3 of 360, sorry. 1 second. 2x was 360 and it was 1/3. So this has to be 120. 320 plus 120 is 440. 440 तो ये हमारा 160 हो जाएगा. Okay, Sony Live overall this is 264. We need 600, so this is 336. So सारे values fill out हो गए. Once that is known, we can go ahead and solve the values. What is the total subscription in 2021 for all the OTT platforms combined? So 1,000, 900, 800, 700. So 1,900, 1,500, 3,400. Option A. Acha, we only need yearly subscription, na? Sorry, silly mistake. So we have got 288, we have got 360, we have got 500, and we have got 400. So this is 900 plus 600 something. So 900 plus 600 is 1,500 something. So 1,500 something ye hoga. So it's not the total, it's the yearly total. So that mistake. Okay, next, what was the percentage increase in the yearly subscription of Prime from 2020 to 2021? Yearly subscription of Prime, 320 to 360. That's an increase of 40 over 320, right? So increase of 40 over 320 is same as saying increase of 1 over 8, which is 12.5% increase, right? So option A. Next, among all the OTT platforms and all the different type of subscriptions, 3 types of subscriptions, right? Quarterly, monthly, quarterly, and annually. Which type of subscription registered the maximum percentage increase in the number of subscriptions from 2020 to 2021? Maximum percentage increase. So Netflix एक एक करके चेक करने की जगह पे ऑप्शंस के थ्रू चलते हैं. First is Prime Monthly. Prime Monthly 120 to 360, it has become 3 times. So that's a 200% growth. Okay, next option is Netflix Quarterly. Netflix Quarterly has changed from 12 to 204, which is 17. Sorry, this was 120, no? This is 120. 120 has become 204, which is not even 3 times. So ये तो नहीं है. So ये हट गया. Hotstar yearly. Hotstar yearly 400 to 500. That's only 100 over 400. That's 25% increase. Not enough. Not the largest. Then Netflix yearly. Netflix yearly is 80 to 288. This is definitely more than 3 times. So Netflix yearly answer हो जाएगा between Prime Monthly and Netflix yearly. Next, in which type of subscription did Hotstar have the maximum percentage increase from 2020 to 2021? So Hotstar का देखना है सबसे ज़्यादा कब बढ़ा है. So Hotstar 80 to 100, that's an increase of 25%. 120 to 200, that's an increase of 66.66%. And 400 to 500, that's an increase of 25%. So सबसे ज़्यादा quarterly में increase हुआ है, percentage increase. So quarterly. Okay. So Everyone who is watching, please make sure that you like the video and subscribe the channel if you haven't yet. So CMAT 2024 specialized course is about to begin. You can enroll for this course that includes a lot of live sessions, a lot of mocks, and a lot of recorded lectures. CAT 2024 workshop for 31st March, it is going to be conducted at 11 a.m. It is about the roadmap to 99 percentile CAT 2024. Okay. And yeah, so these are all these giveaways in this specialized course of CMAT. So you've got 5 CMAT mocks, more than 10,000 topic-wise questions, 10 sectional tests as well, and more than 50 engaging videos. Okay. CAT College Predictor, you can try this. The link is given in the description. Once you put in your CATs and all the required details, it will tell you which all colleges you are best suited for. If in case of any doubt, please fill the form that is pinned in the comment section. Do check out our social media handles and pages. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining. I'll see you